Now they saying that Deontay Wilder is obsessed with Anthony Joshua. Now I'm hearing people, on other channels and article, boxing threads, social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, saying that now Deontay Wilder needs to, he needs to get a life and stop badgering Anthony Joshua. This your boy CJ Goodfellow back with the Boxing Clinic. Y'all know what it is. And at the end of the day, I look at y'all. What about when Golovkin was talking about Canelo every interview, even if he was, talking about architecture and what's going on in Kazakhstan, he could talk about Canelo out the blue. What about Manny Pacquiao was losing Floyd Mayweather name to sell his fights for all those years and stay relevant? You can go on and on. Y'all was egging it on. What about Lucas Matisse when he was trying to gun down Danny Garcia and y'all was saying Garcia was scared, and all Matisse would talk about was Danny Garcia even passing up getting the IBF title versus Lamont Peterson just to stay in a ranking with to be Danny Garcia's mandatory. What about that? What about all the other stuff that go on? I like to, switch the roles, put the shoes on Anthony Joshua. What if Joshua was the one gunning for Deontay Wilder and Wilder was in a position of power and he was from the United States? Y'all to be saying, oh, he's scary. Wilder don't want to fight him. Wilder's scary. He don't have, Joshua deserves to fight. But it's just people, in the boxing community being strong with people. I think because a lot of you guys, I don't know what's going on with you guys. You guys be in relationship with fighters, man. You be so loyal to them, like you tonguing them down, like you taking them out to Roof Chris, like you waking up in bed with them, bringing them eggs and sausages in bed and all that other type stuff. You guys be in strong with real relationship with these fighters, man. And they really do. Y'all be in love with these guys, and y'all be cuffing fighters, to make it seem funny, but you know what I'm saying? Let's just keep it real, though. You guys want to say this guy's obsessed, but if this guy was in a position of power, you guys would be talking about how terrible, how much of a duck he was, how much was a punk he was. For whatever reason, everybody's now trying to gravitate towards Anthony Joshua, even American fighters. And I'm starting to see now Americans are starting to see that Anthony Joshua ain't that good. He's a fraud. He ducked Luis Ortiz. That was his mandatory, which he made a deal to get that title from Ortiz, basically, because Ortiz was number one. He was ordered to face Vladimir Klitschko. Klitschko ducked out on it. And he asked, Ortiz, we give you some money if you let me and Joshua fight for the title. And, when it was time to fight Ortiz, he was trying to do everything in his power not to fight Luis Ortiz. Anything other than challenge, Anthony Joshua doesn't want it because without Anthony Joshua, I said it a million times this week last week so far, Eddie Hearns don't get the doors open that he needs. He don't get to go over to HBO and work with HBO. He don't get to go over to America and be a promoter. Without Anthony Joshua, he's nothing. He's below Frank Warren. He's living in the basement. Probably living in his mama's basement. Without Anthony Joshua, he's not that good of a promoter. I'm starting to notice that. He talks fast. He sounds like he knows the game, but he's not that good of a promoter. And the best thing he could do is avoid Deontay Wilder right now because the fight is not going to get any bigger than what it is right now. Let's keep it real. Anthony Joshua is going to continue to get exposed fight after fight. If he's struggling with guys like Takam, what you think going to happen? And I predicted this fight would never happen while both of these guys are undefeated, But now people are trying to make it seem like, oh, Deontay Wilder just need to move on with his life. He's obsessed with Anthony Joshua. You darn right he's obsessed with him. He wants those belts. He wants to pay that. He wants the recognition. With beating Anthony Joshua comes with the popularity power. He beat Anthony Joshua in the UK and ices him. He's the king over in the UK. He's the promotional GOAT. He's the guy that Eddie Hearns trying to work with and rub shoulders with. He takes that whole popularity power away from Anthony Joshua. And that's true. And that's what Eddie Hearns don't want. Eddie Hearns is going to make the fight when he's in a position of power, not Anthony Joshua. He don't care about Anthony Joshua for the most part as far as fighting Deontay Wilder. When he's good and he got fighters in America, that's when he's going to make that fight, when he's in a position of power. If Danny Jacobs go ahead and do good, and the guy he's trying to find, whatever mystery guy he's supposed to sign in the U.S., he signs him, he starts to do good, and then he starts moving up the promotional ladder in America, and he's in a position of power, then he'll let Anthony Joshua go do what he got to do once his future is secure. He doesn't care about Anthony Joshua's future. If Joshua's making $20 million, imagine what Eddie Hearns is making. And it's no problem to be obsessed if you Deontay Wilder. You're supposed to be obsessed with him. It's your time to make a move while you still got your physical peak primeness, while you still got your O, while he still got his O. It's a high fight. They said, oh, he got to become bigger in the United States. He's not going to become any bigger because boxing is a third or fourth or fifth, sixth rate sport in the United States. It's not one of the top sports like it is with soccer and boxing in the UK. It's never going to be that. You know, this is as big as Deontay Wilder's going to get right now because there's no opponents. US fans aren't dumb. You know, they're not dumbfounded, or groupie boxing fans like the UK. They're not just going to accept him beating a whole bunch of domestic guys that we never heard of. He has to beat somebody of substance to blow up in the U.S. and beat people of boxers of substance, not just one. Anthony Joshua fight is not going to get him over the popularity hump and put him in the same breath as a Terrence Crawford, Floyd Mayweather, Pacquiao, Keith Thurman, Earl Spence. He got to do that multiple, get all the belts, and get the right opponents in front of him to do that. And that may never well happen, but they have an opportunity to make one of the biggest fights for the heavyweight division, for the future of the heavyweight division. It hasn't been no fight this hot or this popular in a while between two prime undefeated fighters. And Eddie Hearn don't want to let these guys be great, and neither does Anthony Joshua. He's scared. Really, we gone.